Well, it means everything to me. I would be lost without it. I've had a library card since I was 10 years old, since when the library came to my little hometown of Dominion, and I'm in my 70s now. The library, well, books are my friends anyway. I've come back and read books. I've read books in the library and then gone out and bought them because I wanted to keep them. Reference, anytime I wanted to know something. Right now I belong to a knitting group here in the library, and I ransack the handicraft section upstairs every week looking for new patterns and ideas. Well, the thought of not having a library, I think, it's just not something I want to think about. I read while I knit, and I do that by having audiobooks, and I get them from the library too on my trusty little iPad book, or whatever you call this thing. And I listen to the book while I'm knitting, so I'm continuing that. I just picked up a book at Walmart this morning, The Sun, which is the novel that the series is based on, and it was $20, and I was kind of, am I going to buy that, or am I going to get it from the library? So I'd be lost without the library. I'd come to meet people here. I'd always see somebody here. Perhaps somebody I hadn't seen in a long time, or somebody I see every week. So I just can't imagine there not being a library, and this one is just fabulous, just fabulous.
People,
definitely, and I love the fact that you can talk now in a library. One time you had to whisper or write notes, but it's wonderful to hear people talking, and it's wonderful to see so many people here. It's great. Staff are very helpful. Well, they always were helpful back then. I just thought of something. When I made my application to go in training to be a nurse, my librarian was my reference. She gave me a lovely reference. She knew every book I read. Especially not now that I'm a senior. When I lived in Shelburne many years ago, and when I was overseas, we had to buy our books. And I'll tell you, I thought long and hard about buying the ones because of the price. But I was glad to come back to Canada and back to a library. The handcrafts, the programs, specifically for seniors, for children, for women, for people, like my knitting, I wouldn't miss that for the world. And we do everything there that's possible to do with a needle. And we help one another, which is great. And it's the social part that's so important to people who live alone like myself. And another thing about the library is our genealogy group. The accessibility is fabulous. We have one lady who wasn't able to go to our last place because of especially during the winter, because it wasn't well cleared, and it was very difficult for her son to get her in and out of the car and in and out of the building. But here, she just gets off at the ramp and zip right up, and she hasn't missed a meeting since we've come. And the genealogy group just loves coming here.
Are there a lot of people who go?
Last meeting we had over 25 people, and it's open to the public, and that's another group that helps each other to find their families.